With us today, we have Dr. Laxminarayan Bhatt, the CEO, founder, and formulator of two novel molecules at Reviva Pharmaceuticals. Welcome back to the studio today, Lax. We're so glad to have you.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks for having me here.
Congratulations also on the recent stock surge. That's been exciting. Some insider support has given you the ability to firm up your balance sheet going into the final parts of your phase 3, two phase 3s. That are expected by, I guess, spring. Is that correct?
Yes, by mid of next year.
It's very nice to see you in a strong financial position as a result of the market and that support. Why would you expect the market has been strong for schizophrenia drug developers in 2022 when biotech as a whole has struggled?
I believe there are three factors contributed to that. The first one is there is a significant unmet need in the treatment of schizophrenia, despite having around 6 to 7 blockbuster drugs currently in the market. The second factor is there are only few handful of companies are currently working on development of new drug development for schizophrenia. The third factor is there is a huge number of patient population in schizophrenia. In US alone, over 4 million people suffer from schizophrenia globally, over 24 million. So all these three factors, I believe, contributed to the current outlook for companies involved in drug development for schizophrenia.
Excellent, excellent. To help our audience understand schizophrenia's currently approved drugs, what are some of the issues that doctors could face today? And could Reviva potentially offer a better solution?
I believe Reviva's drug Brilaroxazine certainly can provide better treatment option for schizophrenia, not only with respect to better efficacy compared to other standard of care, and then also the safety profile. This is based on the available data from the phase 2 in 234 patients. So the drug has shown efficacy for all the major symptom domains, positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and depression and then cognition. And a safety standpoint, our drug has shown, I would say, the clean safety profile. And the approved antipsychotics are known to cause a variety of side effects, mainly endocrine side effect, change in hormone level, and then metabolic side effects such as weight gain, drug-induced diabetes, and lipid profile. Brilaroxazine did not show any of these side effects compared to placebo. So these are good features. Combination of this led to superior adherence or compliance. So these are the profile of our clinical profile of our drug. Certainly, we believe can translate very well in the treatment of schizophrenia.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like patients would welcome, an opportunity to experience better health without weight gain and problems with potential blood sugar, diabetes, all these things. So the market certainly noticed recently. Therapeutics, a competitor, unblinded some phase 3 studies. They're about maybe 6 to 8 months ahead of your schedule, would you say?
Yeah, they are around close to around 9 months ahead of in the development cycle.
And the market reacted quite favorably. They were hovering in that $3 to $4 billion valuation based on their schizophrenia drug and fairly strong phase 2. But on that unblinding, just about a month ago, this stock surged to almost $8 billion. I noticed JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs led a deal bringing in well over $800 million in additional support to their pipeline. I guess, how would you say you've gone head-to-head if you take some of your phase 2 on those 234 patients? How do you compare to what they just released?
I believe the market response to Therapeutics data readout, that's a positive development, especially the companies involved in drug development in this space. Therapeutics molecule, a drug molecule, and Reviva's drug molecule, they act on different mechanism of action, different receptors. So, but the end point, what we are looking for, the treatment outcome, they are comparable. in 4 weeks of study, our drug has shown around 20-point improvement. In 5 weeks of study, Karuna Therapeutics showed around 21-point improvement. They are comparable. Now, we believe, even though the top-line data is comparable, but Reviva's drug, Brilaroxazine, based on the mechanism of action as well as some of the efficacy for secondary endpoints, what we evaluated in the large phase 2 study. So we believe our drug can address some of the chronic conditions that's very hard to address, like negative symptom cognitive, better compared to other drugs currently in the market. Only the phase 3 data readout of ours in the next May or June timeframe, around that time, that will further confirm our what we have generated in the phase 2 for efficacy, broader efficacy for schizophrenia.
Well, it is certainly a welcome sign that the markets are willing to take quite a note, and you'll see your chart at RVPH, NERV, another company out there with the drug development pipeline, KRTX at Karuna. They kind of look pretty similar, and they're moving in a great positive direction. I know you had around a 2 to 3 price range recently, and some money was given by insiders at about 2.5, which is exciting to give you a little runway to get through that phase 3 and get to May, June. Assuming phase 3 goes as well as phase 2, and you get a drug through the approval pipeline with the FDA, and safety is very important to them, which that low dropout rate and those low side effect profiles certainly are exciting. I know you had a price target at Surge actually recently. Zacks put $16 target, $16. So quite nice from $2 to $3. What other drugs, diseases could you address?
You know, based on the broad activity profile of our drug, we believe our drug can be, extended for treatment of much larger indications like bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, and ADHD. Together, their addressable market size of around $40 billion. So the key to that one is efficacy for a broad spectrum efficacy for subreceptors or dopamine, serotonin, and then off-target activity, minimal off-target activity. We have that activity profile with our molecule. So we are pretty optimistic about extending the therapeutic benefit of our drug to beyond schizophrenia to this larger indication. So everything depends on the top-line data, what we are expecting for this drug mid of next year. So after that, we will be able to make a very clear plan and then forecast for timeline for additional indications.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I know Nature magazine had some feature regarding some of your mechanisms of action for our audience, if you want to go seek that and learn a little bit more about how these drugs work, how they potentially provide benefit, and potentially substantially lower side effect profiles than some of the drugs that are out there. Certainly it's something we want to see the world improve upon, where people can go out and get treatment and feel good about it, feel good about themselves. So we really appreciate the great work you're doing to advance this cause. Maybe you could just put it home, land it home for our investors out there that might be watching this. Why would they want to buy your stock today, maybe get on board for this FDA process and consider buying Reviva stock today?
So based on the stock price, what we have today, we believe the company is undervalued at this time, and the stage of the company in a late-stage clinical program. In the coming months, as we make progress with our phase 3 study and then have the top-line data mid of next year, to run up to that time frame, we believe the stock market will respond positively. Investors will realize the potential in our company, and then that would reflect in the market cap of our company. So we believe based on the competing companies' pipeline and then data generated and then comparative data of our drug versus other competing companies, we believe the Reviva's drug has much more to offer And then we are very optimistic about the outlook of the company. I hope investors also will realize that one. And then in the coming months, only the market will tell.
I know you've invested close to $100 million
Yes.
to get to where you are today. $25 to $30 million in the bank from the recent transaction, and only 40-something million dollar valuation. So I do feel these are the types of disconnects we like to look for in valuations, present to the red chip audience. And I'm really excited for the spring to see. It's not a long time to wait to get potential results. If they replicate phase 2, this could be a game changer.
We are well funded to execute the phase 3 study, and then we believe this drug will be a disruptive technology for treatment of schizophrenia.
And you chemically engineered these molecules.
Yes, I am the inventor of this molecule.
Congratulations. Very strong patent profile as well.
It has a market exclusivity till 2036. We expect this product to be in the market by 2025. It has close to around 9+ year market exclusivity when it comes to market.
Very exciting, Dr. Bhatt. And we really appreciate you joining us again, being with our audience. Congratulations, and look forward to results.
Thank you.